everyone, welcome back to Taste in a Platter. This is Anju. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm sharing a lemon pickle recipe or a lemon preserve. This is a South Indian recipe. It's called Uluva Naranga. So it has a lot of fenugreek seeds and chili powder. It's going to be a little different from how you make pickles in the Western culture. Almost every Indian household will have some kind of condiments always prepared and stored in the pantry to make the life easier, and most of them has a lot of health benefits. Especially pickles made with the lemon is good for your digestion. In most Indian houses there will be pickled mangoes. It can be ripened or it can be raw mango pickle. Now that's the most common. As you know, mango is the national fruit of India, but there will be also lemon or lime pickles. There will be amla or gooseberry pickles. They even make pickles out of vegetables like carrots, bitter gourd, and also with green chilies. And these are eaten in small quantities. This recipe that I'm sharing with you is meant to be prepared and stored, and that's why we will not be using any water for the recipe. So let's get started. So the first step is to make sure to get your lemons ready. Wash it thoroughly and wipe it down with a paper towel just to make sure that there is no water content. Now the second step is, in a bowl, take 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and a teaspoon of turmeric powder. We are going to wrap this onto the lemons and keep it for 2 hours. And this is to reduce the bitter taste of the lemon skin. It's going to be a messy job because turmeric is going to stain your hands, but that's okay. You can use gloves if you want, but hands are always better. A friendly reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like, comment and share. I love to hear your feedback. Also, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, welcome to Taste in a Platter again. If you wish to listen to this in Malayalam, please do subscribe to tasteinplatter.malayalam. Also, you can find me on Instagram at tasteinplatter and tasteinplatter.malayalam. Now it's been 2 hours. If you look closely, you can see the lemon skins are a little wet. And the next step is to cook the lemons. And for this, we need a heavy bottom pan. We're going to bring it to a medium heat and add a tablespoon or up to 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. If you do not have sesame oil, that's okay. You can use any kind of mild oil or coconut oil will do. Now the rub, we used sugar, salt and turmeric powder. We do not need that any longer. Please discard them. And then anything sticking to the lemons, fine. You can add one by one to the pan. As you can see, there is not enough oil to cook these lemons. So we're going to occasionally stir it and cook it until the skin becomes soft, but before it bursts and lose any lemon juice. As you can see, the lemons are looking good. We are going to take it one by one out and keep it on a clean plate. We do not want that oil. We can discard the oil that we cooked the lemons. Now this is going to be really hot, so we're going to let it cool down, and meanwhile we are going to make the spice mixture that is needed for the pickle. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very simple dish. It does take a time to prepare it because there is some step-by-step instructions and care needed. The first thing we need for the masala is fenugreek seeds. If you know or if you use fenugreek seeds on a regular basis for your cooking, we do not usually add more than a teaspoon due to the bitter taste of fenugreek. But for this recipe, the major content is fenugreek. That's why it's called Uluva, which means a fenugreek pickle. So we're going to dry roast fenugreek seeds with, like I mentioned, 3 tablespoons of fenugreek seeds and then grind it into a fine powder. The next ingredient is the chili powder. The amount of chili powder is double the amount of fenugreek seeds, but you can definitely adjust as per your taste, or you can mix a half of Kashmiri chili powder or any mild chili with some spicy chili powder. Because it is powder, there is a greater chance it may get burned, so make sure you have patience to stir continuously and do it on a low flame until the raw smell is gone and it has a nice roasted color. Once the red chili powder is ready, we are going to turn off the flame and then add the fenugreek powder back to it. Mix it thoroughly, and now it's time for us to add salt. The two things that keep our pickles or preserves last longer is the amount of salt and oil. If it is oil based, or if it is vinegar based, then it's going to be vinegar. So make sure you add enough to taste. Now we have the masala or the spice mixture done, and our lemons are looking great, and we also have some kind of a clean pot to store these pickles. It can be a glass bottle. So the next step is to wipe down any oil or salt or sugar that is still sticking to the lemons with a kitchen towel or a nice clean cloth and keep it on a different plate. And once that is done, we are going to cut the lemons and fill it with the masala or the spice mixture. Now when you do this the very first time, it's going to take some time. So what we're going to do here is cut the top or the bottom part of the lemon, just like how I'm doing it here. And then you're going to make a pocket and fill the masala with a spoonful of masala or the spice mixture into the lemons. You can spread a little bit of the masala or the spice mixture to the bottom of the container that you're going to store this, and then layer these spice mixture filled lemons one by one. And use the same recipe for lime or lemon, and when you fill the masala, the first 2 or 3 going to be a little difficult, and then you will get a hang of it. As I mentioned before, this is not an instant pickle, so we have to keep it at least a month before we can use it in an airtight container. I do not recommend to use any kind of plastic bottles to store pickles. You can either use a glass bottle jars or a stoneware jars. Also make sure that it has a lid. It has to be airtight. So this pickle can be used mainly as a side dish with your rice dishes, or you can even use it with naan or roti or chapati. This is one of those recipes that gets better or tastes better as it ages. So do try this recipe and let me know in comment section how you liked it. Also, if you try it, please do tag me with a picture at Taste in a Platter on Instagram. also, if you like to see any kind of Indian or especially Kerala dishes, please let me know in comment section so I can make videos for you. Now the last step is once you layer all the lemons inside the jar, you're going to heat up 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil and pour it over the lemons. And then on top of that, you will put a clean white cloth. Here I'm using a muslin cloth, and then close the lid and keep it for at least a month before you use it. And this is how it looks after a month. As you can see, the lemon has changed its color. The spice mixture looks more like a gravy kind of texture. And if you try to take one lemon, you can see that it is a lot softer. And if you do not want to use up the one whole lemon at a time, you can even scoop just a little tiny piece from it. I hope you like this video. Please try this out and do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching Taste My Platter. Stay safe and stay tuned.